Alright, so the next card is Judgment, number 20. Now this has less to do with the normal idea of judgment that you might be thinking of judging people, or maybe a judge telling, telling someone their sentence, or God judging somebody. It has a much lighter and happier connotation than that. Actually, it has much more to do with your ultimate purpose in life, your ultimate goal as being a human on this planet. Not necessarily as far as your career or your interests and fascinations, but your ultimate spiritual goal of awakening. And so when you become this awakened being, and of course now we're talking a little bit about this progress through the cards from the beginning of the major arcana to the end of this process of a being going through this spiritual awakening. Here we talk about your ability to uplift others. You're already in this state. We achieved the sun, which was the previous card, the state of the sun, which is just that very fulfilled, happy, just shining, kind of vibrant way of being. That very Christ-like way of being. The next step is now to go and act as a servant or a tool of the universe, to go and uplift others who are stuck in this darkness and have just lost their spark for life. And they just, basically it basically looks like these people are coming back from the dead. And what this is really symbolizing is this higher call, the voice of this awakened being gives hope and happiness, basically just this idea that things can get better, that it uplifts these people who are just stuck in the darkness. And it does seem to me personally that that's the only way. If it wasn't for people who had gone before us and had gone through this journey, there would be nobody here to help the rest of us to awaken from our slumber, you could say. If there were no Buddhas, no Christs, none of these avatars that were doing this, none of us we would all just be stuck here on the same level. Which then presents a different predicament of the chicken or the egg, which came first, the enlightened or the unenlightened. And it's just kind of an interesting idea to play with, which comes down to, I think, the idea that they're both part of the same process, and they can't be taken from each other, and that consciousness is infinite and there is no beginning or end, so you can't extricate one thing from the other. But that goes into a little bit deeper of a topic than I want to get into with this series. So again, if you pulled this in a reading, the main keyword I would come up with is purpose, or higher calling. So thanks for watching. Join me in the next video. We're going to talk about the final card in the major arcana, which is the World.